BT Trains here. So this is a new under the tree train board that I've constructed. My older one was not as wide. This one is a 4 foot by 4 foot. We have the track nailed in permanently. We've got wiring that all they need to do is do some quick jumpers to the terminals that are scattered all around the board, which means when it's time to move it, all I need to do is undo the screws, remove the accessories, and pick up the board. Everything is neatly wired underneath. All I need to do is put some staples to make things more organized, and then we're gonna put some foam underneath it to help insulate some of the sound, as well as insulate all of the terminals that are sticking out, making sure that absolutely nothing will short out. And then once the tree goes in the middle, we can run with the train whistle coming from this doorbell. We have our lantern coming from this doorbell. And we have a drop gate right here. I'm using old Mark's copper leads that are running underneath the table and connecting to the blinking crossing guard. And then that's also got a ground wire connecting to the center of the rail. Everything is turning out beautifully. All I need to do now is finish up, and we're gonna put it underneath the tree. Once all the buildings are disconnected, you have a easy board that you can pick up and lean up against somewhere. We have speaker connections here, the spring down, letting you put your power supply. And then I have a terminal block here, which distributes everything all throughout the board. It'll make sense when I flip it over, and I eventually am going to have something covering this. I could just put the transformer there, or I can get creative and have something cover it. And here's the backside of everything. You can tell where the doorbells are. You can tell where the wires coming down from the insulated track are. And this is where I just grab a stapler and just organize them, lay them flat. Everything leads back to here. Stapling it just helps everything lay flat and organized so that when I put the next layer on the board, it sandwiches nicely and I don't have any kinks or any other problems. Everything is stapled. Time to put the insulation board on. It pretty much is gonna go right on top. We'll flip it over and trace what needs to be cut out. And now everything is in place. I'm not too happy about how that tore up, but when I put a sheet and staple the sheet to the wood itself, it'll cover it. It also will make it a little bit more permanent. I'm glad I didn't do that ahead of time, because I had one staple underneath that was causing a short, meaning that I had to take the tree off, take off all the buildings, and thankfully all I had to do was remove one little staple, and that's all we had. The power supply is going to sit right there on top of the terminal block until I find something a little bit more permanent. And I like how the wires can just immediately connect to the speaker terminal, connecting everything. My doorbells are right here. First one turns on the whistle building. The second one is my gate man. Third one is the drop gate. And these lights will blink as the train travels over the copper here and here. So let me get the train running and close out this video. And here we go. Our new board is up and running. I've got my grandfather's pre-war engine running. Instead of being an oval, I now have a full circle, a 4 foot by 4 foot loop instead of a 4 foot by 3 smaller circle. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed me showing off this train board, and see you guys later.